Hello, Internet. Hello, Sam. And welcome back to another episode of After Campfire. My name is Henry, and I am one of the hosts of After Campfire. And I don't know why I am doing a silly intro right now, because I don't know. I just felt like it. Because I guess I'm feeling a little bit better and good right now for reasons. Let's jump into it. Let's jump into Henry's diary to keep on being an adult person and stuff, because that's going pretty dang well right now, if I do say so. So, I haven't actually signed a contract yet, so there is still a part of me that's really paranoid, but I got a job with Disney, and that's really cool! I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I start in the beginning of March, and I did it! Yay! I feel like so weird because my last video, I didn't really it was clearly very low energy, but honestly, a lot of it was because the two jobs that I had talked about 2 videos ago, had both given me no's, and one of them was Disney, which is weird. And I was like, cool. I thought I was there, and both places really liked me, and they said no. What do I do when even the places that like me say no? And it was really frustrating. When it's first place or nothing, and you get second place, it hurts because you just want it to succeed. And then Disney got back to me last Friday, and my friend really liked to joke that it was like Mickey Mouse tickling me. He's like, on Friday I talked to the recruiter that I was working with to get the Disney job, and he's like, yeah, so there might be another position for you for Disney. I'm like, okay, cool. We'll tell you on Monday. So all weekend I'm like, is this happening? I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up, but and then on Monday I'm like, all right, he's gonna contact me today. Any minute now. And Mickey Mouse just kept tickling me. And at 3:30 p.m., I'm like, it's getting a little late, so I text him, I'm like, yo, what's happening? And he said, well, sorry, we'll get back to you tomorrow. And I'm like, no, not again. So it was tomorrow, it was Tuesday. And it's 4 p.m. And I'm like, I'm assuming he's gonna go home from work at 5 p.m. I'm like, dude, what's happening? And he's like, oh, the head recruiter person and their team lead are in a meeting, so I still don't know. I'll get back to you. I'm just stop. Just Mickey Mouse just teasing me again. And then on Wednesday afternoon, I don't remember exactly when, finally, I got the yes. So, I got it. Except, again, haven't actually signed a contract, so my brain is like, oh no, I don't know if this is actually for real or not yet. I don't know. I know they still are just waiting for my background check, and I haven't murdered anyone in 10 years, so it should be fine. But, yay! I like how my brain has been under so much stress these past 8 months or whatever, that it didn't really set in. It still hasn't exactly. I mean, to be honest, that's also part of just adult me not getting as excited about things anymore, even if they're really freaking important to my life. But today just felt good. I got a bunch of errands done. I got a shoe rack, which you can see there, because hey, it's wet in Seattle. I should probably not be leaving my wet shoes on the floor, even though it doesn't matter that much. And I got some cabinet and drawers for my storage closet, which I've been meaning to do forever. And now it's so much nicer and cleaner, and I just organized in a bunch of ways, and I'm gotten little things done, and everything's just feeling a little good. And I've been having some wrist issues, and my wrists just feel really good today. I'm everything's just going swell. Not amazing. It's not singing in the rain, super happy, whatever. But it just feels things are getting good, which is great because they are and stuff. So there's still a chance that I'm being teased. but I think I'm finally done. And also, freaking this job sounds awesome, and I'm excited. Anyways, my last question to Sam, which he complained about it being too much, like 2 full questions. It was like 1.5 questions, man. It was just a little kicker, a little extra boost to the question, which I thought was funny. And yeah, whatever. My question to Sam was like, what's some advice you would give to your younger self? Because he was asking, his last question was, what would your past self think of you? So I'm like, well, what would you think of your past self and try to help to fix them? And I also asked, like, as an extra thing, what's something that you would tell them that help and like actually just like screw them over and make them go crazy? So for me to to help myself, I would just try to. It's similar to Sam, where he's like, just work harder. I would just try to, and I would want to tell myself that school isn't everything, and you need to work on the things that aren't school. You need to work on socializing. You need to work on keeping in shape and doing more activities. You need to put way more effort into the things that are difficult for you, that you need to train at and get better, and just like the things that will make your life better through community, through activity, just in every regard. Like Sam was talking about, like, I coasted through high school, I did all of my homework and whatever, but like I got like straight A's and like most, like some B's, whatever, like really good grades, and I was like really arrogant and proud of that, and I felt like that was the only thing that mattered in school, and it doesn't. Like socializing and stuff like that is super important, and I don't know if like there is a point in my life where like I would have enjoyed parties, because I still don't really enjoy parties, but like it's important that I should have like gone to more parties, just tried to hang out with friends a lot more. Like there were like really long stretches of time in high school that I just like barely hung out with anyone outside of school, and that was kind of lame, and I really should not have done that. And like even in college, like it would have been really important for me to like develop bonds with my professors, and like I had some of my friends that were classmates, but I should have worked on that more. So yeah. Work on socializing and like really caring about things outside of school, because one thing I've learned from my time as a young adult is that grades aren't everything, and you can't just tell someone, oh yeah, I'm smart, it's fine. Like you need to work on your human side of things. As a prank to completely destroy my mind as a child, and a young teen, mostly the young teen part, and sorry to get explicit, whatever, I would like tell myself when I was like 13, 14 that if you don't get laid by 16, you're fucked. Like, if I did that to myself, I would have like collapsed. I was a late bloomer and awkward, and I'm still kind of awkward, but like I'm way more confident in that regard now. But if I did that to myself and I was already paranoid about that stuff a lot as a child, oh, it would have been bad. I would have just been paranoid and like stressed out and trying to make things happen that I didn't want to happen, and also like my tendencies of getting like really deep crushes on people would screw me over, and like I'll just be bad, real bad. And like I went to like a really small high school, so I like knew everyone, and I didn't like the options available to me really. But maybe that would have changed if I socialized more. It just would have been extremely destructive for my psyche. And I think it'd be kind of funny if I'm trying to just figure out a way to destroy my past self because he's not me and I don't care. Sure. Sam, to get on a less serious topic, decided to ask me what kind of TV show I would make about my own life, which is a really weird question because I'm like, is it for me? Is it for others? Like, what's the point? I know he's gonna immediately be like, you're overthinking it. Why are you being like this? You're being Henry. Stop. But I can't help it. But, like, I feel like the go-to, which is dumb, is a sitcom. And I say it's dumb because I'm pretty sure everyone thinks that their life could be a sitcom and is like, I have the funniest life ever. Remember that silly stuff that happened together? Or like that night where like that person saw you do the thing and it was hilarious? Yeah, that kind of stuff happens to basically everyone unless you're the most boring freaking person ever. I don't think most people's lives as a sitcom would actually be enjoyable. I think there's a lot of aspects of like life at camp or that like could be pretty fun. But I feel like that's like an easy answer that wouldn't be actually satisfying in practice. And like I feel like the right answer for me to have like a satisfying show would be like a game review channel and show talking about like video games and board games and card games and like videos of like me playing with friends and talking about like the strengths and weaknesses of certain games and stuff like that. I think that would be the best. The same thing with maybe anime and manga. I don't know. I don't I don't even watch shows like that, but I think as far as a show about me that would actually be satisfying to the most people to watch, I know that audience is out there even if I'm not in it, and I think that would be the best answer, even though, again, I wouldn't even watch it. I don't watch a lot of TV, especially live action TV. Like, sure, I could have an animated series about myself where I'm like a superhero, but then like I'm not even like it's not even about me anymore, so it doesn't really fulfill the qualifications of your question. But yeah. So what is my life right now? It's so weird. I just have like this month off to kind of just do stuff before I get locked down for a while again, because I have like no idea how like vacation and stuff is gonna work for a while. Like I'm going to visit my sister in Chicago next weekend, even though I was planning that before this even happened. And maybe I'm gonna go back down to LA to deal with like visit friends and my mom and like maybe do some packing and stuff in LA. But like I need to weirdly figure out how to use this time in a productive way. So Sam, what's on your to-do list that you know, like, you don't... If you had, like, a few weeks, you'd be like, gotta get that down and done right now before I'm busy again. Because that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I'm thinking, like, oh, yeah, like, I gotta play video games again. Speaking of which, random side note, right after I left my previous job is when Fire Emblem came out. And the last DLC pack for Fire Emblem, which is like a whole mini campaign, comes out next week. I feel like this was just destiny of me having time to play Fire Emblem, which is weird. And hopefully that doesn't mean it'll happen again when the next Fire Emblem comes out. It won't. Just putting out jokes. Who knows? But yeah. So what's on your I gotta do it now list if you have like a month until you had to get busy again? I know I kind of asked a similar thing before, but whatever. It's actively important and practical again. Answer the question. Goodbye, Sam, and everyone who's watching.